As a gesture of good faith, our government is willing to rescind the legislation. We're willing to rescind Section 33, but only if CUPE agrees to show a similar gesture of good faith by stopping their strike.
Premier Doug Ford describing it as extending a massive olive branch. Meanwhile, hundreds of thousands of students were out of the classroom for a second day as 55,000 education support staff hit the picket lines.
They went out on a political protest. They brought their message and their anger to more than 100 sites across this province. They took on the Ford government, and the government blinked.
According to CUPE, 70% of the support workers, from education assistants, secretaries, librarians, and janitors, are women.
You led this movement that showed the people of Ontario that you can stand up to a bully, look them in the eye, and say, hell no, not today.
And Laura Walton, president of CUPE's Ontario School Board Council of Union, says workers will be back to work tomorrow.
As a gesture of good faith to this announcement, CUPE OSBCU will be collapsing our protest sites starting tomorrow. We hope that this gesture is met with the same good faith by this government in a new proposal at the bargaining table as soon as possible. And I will be clear, we're here waiting right now. The time is ticking.
Ford was also given a glimpse at the show of force. Solidarity! Nearly 24 unions from across the province and country, public and private, stood shoulder to shoulder with CUPE.
I want to take a moment to just note the historical importance of where we are. When you have the largest private sector union in Canada standing with the largest public sector unions in Ontario and saying we will fight together for all workers, the power of this cannot be understated.
Including unions who once supported Premier Ford, all of them saying the anti-strike legislation imposed on the lowest paid education workers was a violation.
The right to strike is an absolutely essential part of free and fair collective bargaining. And under no circumstances will Canada's unions allow any premier to take that right away.
Calling Premier Ford's initial decision to use the notwithstanding clause dangerous.
You can be sure that other Conservative premiers were watching this very closely. Workers made it clear that they will not tolerate the weaponizing of the notwithstanding clause to strip away our charter rights. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever.
CUPE leaders say they are ready to head back to the bargaining table in hopes of a fair deal for workers.
Well, we have a saying, the people united will never be defeated.